Shalom. I like to say all praise is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, of whom I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful members of the elect on the four corners of the globe. Um, Today, my name's Kanawak from Great Millstone, Toronto, doing a quick lesson regards to various topics, and we're at the end of this empire. What we call America, Canada, or Babylon, which is in the scriptures, the virgin daughter of Babylon. We're at the end, and we have a lot of things to look forward to. In which is like future prophecy that Israel is gonna preach good. Israel's gonna preach amazing tidings, and we're gonna be the sons and daughters of God, unto the marriage of the Heavenly Father and the Son, and we're gonna be married back to the Father, because these are the times and the things that we're looking forward to, because we're tired of this kingdom and this hell that we suffer as a nation. you know um we're oppressed, we're broken as a people. We don't know who the hell we are, our people, and even if we try to warn our people and tell our people who they are and stuff, it just goes in one ear and out the other, man. So this is why the Lord's gonna uh, he's gonna have a speedy riddance of the undesirables of our nation, man. And he's only coming for his elect, which is already written, from the beginning. So this is the Baruch 4 verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endure forever. All they that keepeth it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. And we were, because we were given, the laws, which was commanded, from the Heavenly Father, and Moses, all right, and during the law, or like the wilderness of sin, and our people, when Moses was he went up to the mount, the holy, he went up to the mountain, and he spoke with the Lord Yahweh Shai, and gave him the laws, for 40 days, 40 nights. And then when Moses was he went down on the ark, all right. Aaron was there, and the Israelites, our people, went back into the ways of Egypt, worshiping idols and all that stuff. So Moses broke the law, all right, and that's why there was a plague, in that in the camp. And then then Moses went back into the mountain, and because the plague of the fiery serpent, all right, which was a plague that was upon the camp, in the wilderness of sin. And the Most High smote a lot of our people, with that plague. And that's why our people, like basically like the disobedient of Israel, like they were in the wilderness for 40 years, just walking in circles, man, until they died. And then those the people who were who made it, after that, like they were like they went through Jordan, and when high priest Joshua, he or Joshua, when he basically gave us like the promised land, and but we still, but like we still didn't keep the law uh fully, and whatever, our people went back into worshiping idols. Like that's why the Most High judge our people with the in the book of Judges, um you know and every captivity, from the Babylonian captivity, the Medes and the Persian captivity, the Assyrian captivity, the Roman captivity, is because our people went back into the worshiping of idols, man. And so yeah, man. So we want to stay in the light. Now that we know that we're Israelites, we want to stay in the light. All right. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that ye may be illuminated. All right. And that's why we're in the presence of the light. We're illuminated because we know who we are. We follow the laws and the statutes. By the presence, or like basically to the best of our ability. All right. Because even though certain laws we can't even keep fully in this land, because let's say you want to go slaughter a lamb, whatever, and offer sacrifices and stuff, you can't. Like, you might be on the bus or whatever, and you sit on the chair or whatever, and then basically this places the fall, because you might sit on a chair where basically a woman, like, she's on her menstrual, but she's on the bus with you, and then so it's just bare confusion. And like, these women are wearing pants and all that stuff. So like, that's a cord, like, that's not like, you're not, a woman's not supposed to wear pants. Like, that's in the like Deuteronomy. I think Deuteronomy 23 or 24, it goes into that. A woman is not supposed to wear pants. All right. Or a man is not supposed to wear what pertains unto a woman. Like, you're not supposed to wear, like, no wig. Like, that's why this place is gonna be ultimately judgment. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that ye may be illuminated. Give not thine honor to another, and nor the things that are profitable unto thee, to a strange nation. And that's why we went into captivity, right? Because we were always worshiping and following the of idols. We were in marriage, unto these heathen nations, right? All right. And like, we were following their way, all right, which is not our way. We're following the ways of these other strange nations, man. All right. Like, that's why the Most High, he made us a peculiar people. Deuteronomy, you get that. All right. Because the Most High he's making us separate, from these nations, man. All right, I think Deuteronomy 7. Slovakia. Deuteronomy 7. Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. For Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. And the Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Right? So that's why we have that presence, right? Because we, now, especially now, we're following the laws and the statute to the best of our ability through the light and the law, and so it's like, so we're made like a spectacle, right? And unto these nations right now. It says, give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee, to a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we for things that are pleasant to the Most High, are made known unto us, right? So that's why this thing is a mystery, right? Knowing who we are, because like these everything that we're going into, this was a mystery, right? Because even though we go to like these ROMs, these Royal Ontario Museum, or these museums, these books and stuff, right? This is a real mystery, right? Because we have so many we have so much information and knowledge, as to who we were, all right, and basically, like these people, they like deceived our people, right? Like our people were a very great people, man. In the you know like prior to us being in captivity, our people were royals, like nobles, you know throughout Europe, mainly, right? Especially, right, through Europe, Spain, Portugal, um North Africa, West Africa. Like we were very great, man. So now that we have awakened or whatever, we're showing, like we're showing our people that like that we weren't just in slavery and stuff. Like prior to slavery, we were very affluent. All right. um Let me just show you this. This is a black nobility in England, right? And you see this. All right. See, this is King James, one of his sons. All right. But you see how they whitewashed it with the iconoclasm, right? But it's like this was the steward, like King James. He was like Edward Stewart, So there's so many information. This is Charlotte Sophia. All right, this is like I think her one of the granddaughters of Queen Victoria. She was the last like British like monarch. All right, which was the black nobility of England and all that. All right, and yeah, I was doing my research and stuff. Even King George III of England. All right, I was doing some research on him. All right, and like he didn't look like that. All right, King George III of England. All right, he looked more like this, as a Negro. All right, so there's so much information out there. King James, King George of Britain, Slovakia, of Britain, Slovakia. 1 second. See if let me go to the images. there was a actual image of King George, and he comes out the see, this is him right here. This is the original image of King George the Third of England. He came out the Stuart dynasty. All right, and that dynasty was basically like they were in power from even the 11th century or the 12th, the 13th century, in Britain. All right, they had their monarchy and stuff. Slovakia, I want me to open it. Yeah, this is King George the Third, King of Britain. All right, this was from. Let me go here, Slovakia. Yeah, King William Frederick, right, of the Stuart dynasty, right? He died in from 1820, all right. He was king of Britain and Ireland, all right. See the Hanover, um, Charlotte Sophia. She was of the house of the Hanover, right, which was a European royal household of Germany. All right, and there's a lot of history right here in of America, because when you go into the 13 colonies, all right, of America, um, our people were in power, and we had monarchies and we had power, and all throughout, not from just the 13 colonies of America, through New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Upper Canada, Lower Canada. There's a lot of history here, right? And like that's why Revelation 20, all right, because these devils, they lied, because they know exactly who we are and stuff, and we also had a lot of power through the Caribbean as well, and America and Canada. All right, so there's a lot of information, all right, in regards to the English and the Irish, right? It's a lot of stuff, man, but Esau lied, man. Revelation 20 verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. Alright, so the angel who came down from the heavens, Yahweh Shai, alright, he basically set this whole thing up, right? Because when Esau was in, sorry, I'm gonna get the second verse, and laid hold on the dragon, and that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and caused him and bound him 1,000 years, right? So Esau was basically from the early, from like 100 something AD or whatever, where people were in power, all right, and then you go into like the 4th century, all right, so the 3 something with the Constantine the Great, right, of Britain, or not Britain, of Europe, all right, and our people became our people went to the Roman or the Catholicism, right, which was basically our people were worshiping like Ceramicis and Tammuz, right? Basically, but they had it in the guise of Christianity, right? Like they had basically the worshiping of Tammuz, right? But they had it in like, okay, like this is the Lord and certain things, right? But there's a lot of our artifacts, all right, throughout Europe of what do you call it? The icons and saints of the Eastern Orthodox Church of throughout Russia, um, throughout like Turkey in that region and stuff. That from the east and going down to the west, right? There's a lot of our history and stuff, man, and our artifacts. So yeah, and he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, and the devil and Satan, bound him 1,000 years. So Esau was he was brought low, all right, because I think in Genesis 2 it says that upon thy, it says that belly and thus shalt thou like the serpent eat, right? So this is the same serpent. Genesis so like is it 2? Let me get that quick. So this is not just this is a mystery, and this is a lot of history, man. This is a lot of information to digest. This is a lot of meat. Genesis 3:13. And the Lord power said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me and did eat. All right. So basically, Eve, she went into the ways of because she was supposed to follow in the laws, all right, and to be the keeper of the garden, all right, along with Adam, but she went left and she went into something else, into the evil, all right. And the Lord power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed, right? So even the serpent, right, which is so-called prior, because when you go into Genesis 4, all right, the curse that came upon Cain was leprosy, right? So the serpent, so this is the same energy, same spirit, all right, as Cain, all right, which are you so-called Edomites, right? There's nothing new under the sun. Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, above every beast of the field, and upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life, right? And basically, when we were in rulership throughout Europe, Esau was driven to the caves, right? He was driven into the caves. All right, and Esau, he didn't even have a written language or nothing, man. He was just out there, and he became like a beast, man. Esau went low, man. All right, Genesis 20:1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me? So like this is the Job, he was he was talking about this vision, right? Which is basically like this is talking about the devil, Edomites, right? Which is so but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me? in whom old age perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in the former time desolate. So yeah, Esau was really was out there, man, for cut up mallows and juniper roots for meat, right? So Esau was out there in the mountains, all right, and naked, literally, man. And the Mosai, um, you know, he cursed, Esau, you know, and he was out there in the wilderness, right? So when you go into Genesis 3, all right, talking about the serpent and thus shalt thou eat, all right. Slakia, Genesis. This is Revelation 20 again. Revelation 20 and 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should receive the nation no more till 1,000 years be fulfilled. And after he shall be loose a little season. And right now, like, that little season is almost up, right? Because even you know, our people was in power even until the basically the early, like, 20th century, where when Queen Victoria, she died or whatever, and then whole, like, her husband, I forgot his name, Albert or whatever, you know, like, that was the whole Edomite dynasty, and they came, and you know, and they're still in power, right? The Edomites are you know, like, they have basically the whole like British common, or the whole like Commonwealth, all right, which is stretched throughout Canada, America, um you know, I think India, um like from the Caribbean, you know, they have a lot of stuff, right? So basically all their wealth and all that is going to be transferred, man, from the what do you call it, from the Vatican and all that. You know, these people um you know, are you know, because it talks about the Vatican too, right, which is in Revelation the false prophet, right? So there's a lot of things, but you know, but the Lord's, he said, yeah, so I'm gonna read this again. And after that he shall be loose a little season. So, like, this is the little season, right, where the devil's in power. And you know, that's why in Job 9:24 the earth should give into the hand of the wicked. And they're like around, they're serious, man. There's, you know, there's been many wars on this land and all that stuff, and you know, but it's already written, you know, in prophecy's sake, you know, that we're at the end, man. And you know, and after I saw the throne and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, for the word of the Yahweh, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark in their foreheads. So this is right now, all right. And you know, this is our, because we're living in the image of the beast, with basically the European Union, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, like they're confederate, and their plan is to still have power upon our dominion on the earth, and to keep us oppressed, and to tag every human body, but you know, the goal is to tag every Israelite, every so-called natives, the blacks, the Latinos, all right, and tagged. Like they want everybody tagged and bagged, and they want to know your whereabouts, everything, your thoughts, everything. This is the plan of the enemies, man. All right, but you know, but the Lord's gonna have his judgment. The Lord's gonna do his thing, right? When like when the Lord comes and that cracks the skies, thus saith the Lord, or his image, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. So even after this, when this place is destroyed, we're gonna be in rulership, man. All right, not just 1,000 years from like forevermore. All right. It said, but the rest of the dead lived not again until 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection, right? So we want to be part of the first resurrection when the Lord comes and his servants, his elect, the 12,000 out of each tribe, out of the 12 tribes of Israel, so 144,000, and his innumerable multitude, and we're hoping that to be of the first resurrection, man. All right, because the second resurrection is gonna be with fire, man. Like when this place is destroyed. All right, so but blessed and holy is he that have part of the first resurrection, and only, it says, one such, the second death has no power, but they shall be priests and kings, and of Yahushua Mashiach, and shall reign forever. Shall reign with him 1,000 years. All right, so we're gonna have complete that restoration. These people are gonna build up our walls of Jerusalem. All right, and like wherever we're gonna inhabit, like not just throughout Israel, that we're gonna be rulers of and monarchs all over the world. All right, and you guys are gonna build up our kingdom, and that's it. No doubts about it. So with that, let's just say all praise is due to Yahweh Bashem Ashai, and double honor to the apostle of Great Millstone. Shalom.